Member for Peace River North.
Thanks, Honourable Speaker. Today, on the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty, we reflect on the progress that we have made as a total entire community to end poverty. We must also acknowledge the significant amount of work that remains to be done to improve the well-being of all people in British Columbia. This year's theme is Dignity for All in Practice. This important message embodies the idea that every human being deserves dignity as a fundamental right. Today, many individuals across Canada who live in poverty are denied their dignity and are continuously disrespected. The silent and sustained violence of poverty is a result of decisions and inaction that disempower the poorest and most marginalized in our societies and violate their fundamental rights. Such harms increase social exclusion and structural discrimination, which are just a few ways that make it harder for people to escape poverty. Poverty in British Columbia is high. 1 in 10 residents are living in poverty. Those who receive assistance to afford daily necessities are left with annual incomes of less than 50% of the poverty line threshold. To combat this, we must invest in our resources that create jobs and generate provincial revenue so that we can improve on and invest in our social services to help individuals and families. These jobs in a strong economy also help lift communities and people out of poverty. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the many people and organizations across our province, like Jeff Leggett, who tirelessly advocate for not only persons with disabilities, but people living in poverty across British Columbia and indeed Canada. Honourable Speaker, an inadequate standard of living is a cause and result of injustices and inequality. And this day honours the millions of people suffering from poverty and their daily courage. We must recognize the essential solidarity and shared responsibility that we all have, that we all hold to eradicate poverty and combat all forms of discrimination. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.